Okay, so we're learning a little bit about Parshas Tazria. So first of all, we're going to learn about the Komarna. The Komarna applies in a very practical way the beautiful simanim and inyanim of tzaras, very, very deep and meaningful lessons. Gives very deep and meaningful lessons for us. So the first thing that he does, Zoyachai, he said, first you have to know that there's different levels of gaiva that can bring a person to these different levels in tzaras. He said, people don't know. He said, the minute a person gets very, very into self-aggrandizement, he starts to become taken by this thing. He's in a bechin of karo. He's in a very, very bad place. Suddenly, you know a lot, you know a little, you do a lot, you do a little, and you don't understand that you're in this place of lording it over other people. And it's very easy to get to this place, and it's very insidious and very difficult to extricate oneself and to really be, the whole world was created for every Jew, but not that I'm better than anyone else. I'm just trying to do my task, trying to do my job, trying to do what I'm supposed to do. You're supposed to be mamluch in front of you. Try to help them whatever way you can. He said, so se'es, se'es literally means the person gets uplifted, right? So there's this inyan of this se'es, like from this nasus, right? And nasus, se'es, he gets, he's right? So this inyan of being uplifted is a person he feels higher. He feels better than someone else. It says, "Enani who yochel ador." Right? The Gemara says that Hashem says, "I can't possibly be with him because the person's so full of himself. There's no space for anything else. He's just in his own little world, his own little thing." So that's when you feel better than anyone else. Your machshava is full of machshavos of gaiva. Right? It's one thing. It's just a general hisnasis. Generally, a person feels superior. Then you have the bechin that's called zapachas. So zapachas also means, we have in Hebrew, you have the tuat zahut, right? You have the your identity card, and there's a little paper along with it, right? With different your address, your wife's name and her identity number, your kids. It's called a sefach. It's an addendum. It's something that goes along with the tuat zahut. So sefachas means a person who wants to be the Rebbe. Everyone's buckled to him. Seis is where a person just feels superior, and tzapachas is where the person wants everybody. He'll be the Rebbe, and people know he's the Rebbe. He's the one. People. This is I'm in charge. I'm the grace. That's not a good place to be. Also, this Indian. He wants to be the Rebbe or Shishiva. He wants to be the Grace Yid. He said the first seis is in machshava. Right? A person feels his machshava, he's high. Sapachas, if you want to be the Rosh Hashiva, you have to speak. You have to know how to say the right words and do the right thing, and and so that's a common dibur. He feels he's a guy. He has to let people know. I still can't get over this. I don't know if we spoke about this before. Oh yeah. I don't know if we spoke about this before, but there was a Rebbe he sent a friend of mine to Rav Gamliel, a famous Rav Gamliel, and he said, I'm waiting, people don't come, tell people to come. He mamish, people start to position themselves, and he's like, this guy's like trying to guess things about you to show his ruach hakodesh. He's like, it's not a good matzah. It's not a good matzah to be in. It's not a good matzah. This is a bechin of tzaras. People don't realize it, but it's a very, very negative place to be in. Very bad. Very bad. Not a good situation. And one of the prerequisites of being a Rebbe, a Rav, a Rosh Yeshiva, all these bechinas where a person actually is in a position of some kind of authority, some kind of ki'ilu connection to Hashem, that he's hopefully connecting to Hashem, connecting others to Hashem. One of the first rules is a person has to be able to say, no, I was wrong. This is incorrect. This is a mistake. Like this is, if you don't understand that, if you don't see that, so then you're not really qualified. And okay, so maybe one day you will be, but you have to first realize you can't see you're wrong. It's like, so what do you do with this person? So that's become a dibur. So then you have beheres, right? Beheres means it's very striking, right? It's azik kashelik, it's strong like snow. It's very, very, it's bahir means it stands out. It's a very it's a color that you can see, right? And that's what a person wants. He does different things. He pays for shuls, builds a shul here, supports a kotel there, and he's not Ishma. He's not Hashem Shemayim. He's not thinking about Klal Yisrael. He's not thinking about connecting to Hashem. He just, it's my shul. It comes very, guys. It's like, this is not what it's about. It's very nice. You do this and do that, but it doesn't make you better than anyone else. It's very nice what you do, but that's not what it's all about. So that's the other siman. Right? And I mentioned before that the Zidichova said that even at 40 he wasn't sure if he was in a place of klipas noga, right? Maybe he's in a place where he's still not really purified. You can learn, you can daven, but maybe in a place where you have a long way to go. You have a long way to go. You're not really where you ought to be. You're not really fulfilling your potential the way you ought to be fulfilling it, because you're in a place where you're either your machshava or your dibur or your ma'aser, or all three, all of the above. You're in a place where you're trying to, or you're lording it over other people. You're trying to lord it over the people. So it's like, you're not, this is the bechina of tzaras. It's tremendously negative. And we know that chachma, the Rizal says that the reason why the person is tzaras is because there's no bechina of chachma. The bechina of chachma is the person is real bittul to Hashem. He has deep serenity, mangoa, right? Just like the Raman Bali says. It's called chachma. He gets this place. When you're connected at such a high level to the yud of Hashem's name, whatever the bechinas mean, right? Koyach ma. In this place where you don't, where am I? What am I? I just want Hashem. Just to realize what's going on, how is it going on. He gives a tremendous koyach, and that's by realizing that it's not you. It's not about you. It's about Hashem. The Baruch Olamim. Everything's Him. Everything's from Him. That's what we're talking about. That's exactly what's happening here. And when you don't have that, so then you have a bechina that's called tzaras. So you have only the or of bina, and bina is tshuva, and it's having a fire for Hashem even, but still you're missing the chachma. There's something very, very integral that's missing. He said, right? There's no chachma. It's like tzaras. Tzaras is never the mace. He's like a dead person because he doesn't have this connection to chachma. He doesn't have the yeshiva das. He doesn't have the connection to Shabbos. That's something very, very integral. That's missing. This is exactly what we're speaking about. So these levels are the opposite of this. And you have to be zochah. We have to be zochah to get to this place of chachma, right? And it says, so you always bring, right? I said I will get to the level of chachma. It's far from me, unless you think you're far from chachma. You realize that it's just a gift from Hashem. Then you don't have the or of chachma. Without the or of chachma, without this expression of or of chachma, the person's a tzaras. He might have the tzaras on him, right? We don't have tzaras on us these days. We're not on the level, since Chod Mishamidrash, we're not on the level to have tzaras. But the level of the person right now is the bechina of mitzvah, because he has no shaykhs. He has to go to the bechina, the person with the kohen, the person to bring out the chesed within him, try to figure out the positive in himself, the positive in other people, in a good, real, productive way. Not, I don't trust, I do so. Okay, it's very nice. Very nice. What does it do today, this second? Nothing. Be chazik, be zocher, be so thankful, but you also have to realize that it's all chesed from Hashem. It's all Hashem's kindness. It's all Hashem doing. It's all Hashem that enabled me and helped me. It's all Hashem giving me these kochos, giving me this ability, giving me this opportunity, and then I'm taking the opportunity. Yes, but it's from Hashem. But I don't realize that, so I really don't have. I have to, he's matzari. You gotta listen. You gotta learn how to change it. How to change things around. A person doesn't realize he has to learn how to find the good in other people, not to feel superior, not to look down on other people anyway, not to be resentful. It's the same thing. The person is tied to Hashem. why'd you create such a person, right? Like Chaim tells in Shaktish, why'd you create this person who's possibly get along with? I just can't get it together. It's like, no, you need to learn how to get it together. You need to learn how to be flexible, how to be understanding, how to focus on the good in you and in other people in order to uplift them and help them. And everyone has a koch, we have to use our koch. Everyone has their kochos, has their strengths. You have to learn how to use that and learn how to pick people up. Not in the sapachas, whatever, you're picking on this phrase, but like really uplifting. I used to say from the Rebbe Melech, right? There's some things that shine, that are holy and beautiful and good, diamonds. It's something that shines, it's like lichen or moss. It's like, it's worthless. It's just fungus. It's decay, it's rot. No one wants, here, I brought you some fungus, Say it with diamonds. Diamonds is a valuable thing. Say it with fungus, say it with the moss, the glow in the dark moss. Like nobody cares. There's no value. It doesn't mean anything. It's the same thing in spiritual things. Something that seems to shine and seems to be good, and you might have many levels. He said, but you also have no shaykhs to what really you need a real tikkun. The person needs real help because he might have experienced levels of madrigas and inyanim and who knows what. And he just doesn't have the sort of chachma. He doesn't have the deep serenity. He doesn't have the connection to Hashem the way he should. He just does not get it. This is a very deep thing that you can't really give over to someone else. And it's very, very hard to really find this connection the way you ought to. It's not an easy thing to do. To have this level. And there's millions of levels and levels. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's this way, sometimes it's that way. And so really there's no excuse. And the HaTanya says a part of the mechan of tzaras is a person gets angry. If you get angry, what do you? It's mechan of tzaras. He's lifting himself up, say, since a pachas. Everyone's bottled to me. You're not bottled to me. Oh, right. And the mechan of he's standing out. This baheres. What do you like? What? It's like all of these things. And this is the opposite of Magoa and serenity and kedusha and connection. The Chaim Vital says the beginning of Atzilus, the beginning of the highest level, right? The beginning of the Yud Hashem Hashem. The opposite of that is Gaiva and Kas. It takes it completely out of the bittul. It's the opposite. He's in battle. His even his own self. He has no. All the types of Gehenim are sholet on him. He has no shaykhs to anything because he's full of himself. That's the beginning of Kas. So we have to learn how to figure it out and say, I want to be connected to Hashem. I want to keep the Or Chachma. I want to get to the Or Chachma. And this is one of the things, again, we're learning, when we're Zocher Be'ez Hashem, to learn a little bit things that are a little bit deeper, like the Zohar or other beautiful Sfarim, beautiful teachings. So it moves something within a person, and you start to really get that there's, you don't know anything at all, number one, because it's very, very profound. You start to, and number two, it's like, it moves something where a person starts to realize there's a really, God is so great, God is so great. So like this deep appreciation in a way that doesn't even make sense. I'm bringing from Reb Weintraub. People, his students, he was starting to teach them, learn the Inyan and Bavari, whatever it was, and it's things shifted inside us that we never expected to happen with this limud. You don't know how that happened, and that's normal. That a person learns with a pshita like pashit. That's the normal way things are. A person you learn these Inyanim and something inside chips, and you've changed tremendously, and it transforms a person. Hashem shows be zocher to the Or of Chachma, so we should be zocher to real life, right? Chachma t'chaya the inyan of chiyus. Chachma is the chiyus, the real chiyus. The person, he's like a mace. This person who gets angry or he's in a place of gaiva, he's like a mace. He's not really living yet. Only potential. He's not really living yet. Hashem Ya'azor, we should be zocher to real life. Amen.